and you say hello like Wanda Turner or Annie Lucia's, and I am so grateful. I really am. I do not take it for granted nor lightly. I don't. And you know how I like to start the show, right? There's a guy to my right. 25 years, man, he's been on the ones and twos. And I get to call him, friend and gentle giant. And you guys know him as Marlon, DJ Marlon, that is. How are you,
I'm
man?
not bad, man. I'm okay. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for asking.
Yeah, man. It's so good to see you in red and to see you smiling and you're smelling good. And it's just an honor to be in your presence.
Oh, it's the same. It's the same. Great to be
Thank
here with
you.
you as well.
Thank you so
On Monday and a
much.
Friday.
I know, right?
Yeah,
How about that? Right here at 11 o'clock,
that's
right?
right. That's right.
Over the weekend, I guess I worked out too much. I am literally waiting on courts. Courts, please bring me my treadmill. But I'm waiting on them to get the new treadmill, right? So I get up on the treadmill and I'm beginning to work out and it's skipping so badly. And I kept thinking, man, I just gotta push through. I can do these 7 miles real quick. Messed around and hurt my back, man. Couldn't walk, was in so much pain, and literally thought, oh dear God, I won't be able to come to the show this morning. So I began to pray and I said, soreness and pain, it does not have a legal right in this body. So I'm going to arrest you right now. And I kid you not, I'm here. I'm feeling so much better. And I'm going to exercise again today. To all of those who may be listening. Now, if this is your very first time tuning into the show, thank you. And if you're wondering what is this show about, the show is about encouraging you. It's about motivating you. It's about making sure that you understand just who you are. You do know that you're great, right? You are. You are invincible and you are created, truly created with a divine purpose, His purpose. The foundation of this show is based on kingdom principles. The kingdom, as it relates to all things our daddy, is the governing influence of a king over a territory, impacting it with his will, intent, producing a citizenship of people who reflect the king's culture, his nature, his values, and his morals. See, a kingdom is a real country. It is. It's where the citizens reflect the king's lifestyle. It's our government of sorts. It is. When you think about principle, I want you to think about the original intent of something. And in this case, we're talking about God's law, His rules of conducting your life. These principles have keys that unlock them, and these keys give us access to what is already ours. But we got to know what these keys are. We really do. What can you expect from the show? Well, you can expect this system that I put in place some 27, 8 years ago called the Haas system. This is honesty, openness, and sincerity. It's a heart for you to grow with actionable goals. It's business empowerment for those who have a business, right? And feel like they are ready to launch their business. Then I'm here. I'm with you. I am. See, you being deployed into your purpose is really the expectation that you can get from this show. Of course, you already know about my GoFundMe, right? Campaign that's still going on to all of those who have given. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is just our way of making certain that my little beautiful community of ancillary really understands that we're there for them, that we love them, and anything we can do to see that the children get what they're in need of. The mommies and daddies understand that they're not in this thing called life by themselves, right? That's what the campaign is about. So I invite you to check out www.drtongieshow.com. That's the website, and you'll see all of the other information that's on there. Now, I've got a kingdom principle that, I did tell you that this show is honesty, openness, and sincerity, right? I did not know that I was lacking in this area. I did not. I swear to you, I didn't until it was told to me. And when it was told to me, it hit me like a bag of bricks, like a bag of flour, because I did not know that I was operating in it. And for me, that's not a good place to be. It's called the dangers of holding grudges. The dangers of holding grudges. And I've got three keys that will help you if you find yourself holding grudges against people. All right. Right after this quick break, we're going to get into it. Stay tuned. Dr. Tongie of the Dr. Tongie Show. I've got a nationally syndicated podcast and radio show broadcast right here on Kiss FM 105.9. Now, this show is about kingdom principles that have been tested and proven to assure you that you win in life. Tune in every Monday and Friday live from 11 to 11:30 a.m. with live Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram interactions. Remember, we're returning to Kiss FM 105.9 and 105.5 FM. And know this, this show was designed with you in mind to provide answers to many of life's challenges. Over, I'm out my way now. You take over, try to fight it. Get closer, I can't go back. The door just closed up. Got Jehovah, God easy. Don't need no one else, 'cause you complete me. He speak discreetly, so I sing your praise. And it's much clearer now, 'cause you remove my hate. His grace so merciful. All right, and we are back and ready to get started on this kingdom principle, the dangers of holding grudges. You know, there is something so sinister, so sneaky, that if you're not careful, you could fall victim to its plot. This act that I'm referring to is oftentimes overlooked when we begin to conduct internal checks, searching ever so carefully for anything, any action that could, one, cause us not to be in good standing or to live righteously with God, and two, not to love our neighbors as ourselves. I find it quite humbling now how at the end of every year, we're getting ready to come to a close. But until then, yeah, we're going into the fourth quarter for all businesses know anything about, oh boy, this is crunch time, because how you end in the year usually determines, what it looks like for your beginning, right? So I find it real humbling that at the end or beginning of every year, we create a list of things that we resolve to do and truly dedicate our greatest intentions to doing exactly what we declare we will no longer do, or in some cases, do those things that we've been putting off, right? Follow me, it'll make sense. How many times do we really deal with the grudge problem that may have aligned itself within us? See, whenever we allow grievances, resentments, hurt, anger, and if we're not careful, bitterness to exist or persist for any length of time, we are said to be operating in or walking in a grudge. And my amazing friends like Miss Annie Lucius is watching. Good morning, baby. This is real dangerous. Since we are operating in the Haas system on this show, honesty, openness, sincerity, I will never give you an opinion because my opinion or your opinion doesn't matter in God's kingdom. I have to tell you how I allowed myself to be right here. And here's the kicker. I didn't even know that this behavior was something that I was operating in. See, one of the examples or one of the principles that I live by daily is called self examination. This is where I do an internal inventory of my thoughts, my heart, what my vision looks like. Am I truly loving my neighbor as myself? And am I where God would have me to be? It's like a tune up. When we take our vehicle in for either a service A or service B, there's a particular modality of things that our mechanic will do, which legitimizes which service is which. So, for example, if the synthetic motor oil needs to be replaced, the car needs an oil filter, fluids need topping off, or the brake systems needs to be inspected, Gary would say, you guys are in need of a service A. And that's exactly how I tune myself. See, I do not stay in his presence. If I do not stay in his presence, acknowledge that he is indeed with me, I could very well be so far removed from what I should be doing. And I don't want to be guilty of any acts or any action that is contrary to who